Hey everybody, back with a new episode of Battlestar Galactica. Last episode, Boomer sabotaged our water supply unknowingly, and thankfully she was the one that found us a new source, but even that was difficult for her, and she and her boyfriend covered that up. She has to start thinking that she's a Cylon, something's going on with her. I wonder how she's going to cope. Is she going to push it down and pretend it's not a thing? But I imagine another scenario is going to come up, so I don't think she's going to be able to avoid it forever. President Roslin and Commander Adama are really filling each other out, but working really well together, and I think that's going to continue even more now that Lee is her advisor about the goings-on of the military. And, Gaius had that little run-in with Kara. I did not love that, but we did get into kind of his psyche of how he treats women and manipulates them. And, it explains a lot with him. And it's really the reason he was duped in the first place, because he thinks with his dick a lot. And he's been put in charge of upscaling this Cylon project to find out who these Cylons are. He has a helper now, so I'm sure he's going to be super paranoid about it. But this next episode is called Bastille Day, which, French Revolution. Is that something that's still being celebrated? Or is it going to be kind of some kind of version of something that happens in the present day here? But it would be cool if something tied back to old tradition that has somehow lasted, some kind of steel marker from way back when. But I'm not sure what's coming up, but every episode's been so amazing, so I'm expecting that to continue. So let's get into it. So it seems like he's trying to monitor how much he uses.
It's gonna be a bitch to work down there, sir.
Cheer up. You know how lucky
he
we are
sloshed.
we found this ugly rock? Water riots breaking out all over the fleet. 1,000 men. And where are they gonna come from?
Slave labor.
They are criminals and they've been sentenced to hard labor.
Their ship wasn't designed for long-term
Pay them.
incarceration. We could offer incentives, points towards earning freedom.
I have nothing to say to the personal representative of the president.
I'm still Galactica's lead pilot.
Every man has to decide for themselves which side they're on.
Side.
I didn't know we were picking sides.
That's why you haven't picked one yet.
Damn, it's like that.
We respectfully decline.
Oh, interesting. This is like an Attica. Interesting. Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna get bad. Damn, why do they do that? I mean, I kind of like it, but also I feel like I'm getting spoilers.
So who the hell is Tom Zarek?
He's a freedom fighter.
He's a butcher.
His colony was exploited by the other 11 for centuries. His people were marginalized, brutalized.
I'm from Sagittarian, and that man does not speak for all of us.
We're doing good. Real good. Hey, someone must be watching out for us.
Someone's watching you.
They deserve what they got.
We're the children of humanity. That makes them our parents, in a sense.
True. But parents have to die. It's the only way children come into their own.
No, I mean, no.
I understand where you're coming from, but I don't think you understand how critical the situation is out there. People are gonna start dying.
He's serious about his cause, man.
It's time for your break.
All I want, the president wants, is to offer you a chance to earn your freedom.
Now you've said the truth. Freedom is earned.
Oh, clock it. Oh boy, Lee's in trouble.
Lieutenant Trace, good to see you.
Oh, good to see you too.
Really?
No.
Love. Keep that attitude up, girly.
A pilot blows his landings and you make a joke out of it?
Screaming at people doesn't always get the best results, sir.
You are right on the edge, Trace. Careful you don't fall off.
Speaking of falling off, glad to see you found a way to quench your thirst.
They won't negotiate while you're holding hostages.
I don't want to negotiate.
Then what do you want?
Be treated like men, not animals. Finally have something to bargain with.
You said you had a way of detecting human from silent. Do you or don't you?
Answer the question.
I don't.
What?
I don't think that I'm the man for this job.
He's going to find you out. And when he does, they're going to tear your head off and throw your body out of an airlock!
What? he got scared.
Pardon me.
Unfortunately, Doctor, for both of us, you're the last man we have.
That is terrible news.
So what's the game plan, Doc?
There is one way.
I didn't want to have to ask.
I didn't want to have to ask you for this.
But what I really need
What I really need to complete the project
is a nuclear war.
is a nuclear
Hey.
warhead.
What?
I thought you said you respected me. Read my book.
That was
That was
before.
before you resorted to violence and hostage taking.
Always better when the oppressed don't fight back, isn't it?
A warhead.
Say it again for the
Technically,
people in the back.
I need the plutonium inside.
Technically, I need the plutonium inside.
Figure out the rest for yourself.
I can construct a filter that will preferentially ionize synthetic molecules and thus deliver to you your silence.
I don't want to give you access to this. I don't even know what place he's coming from. Does he actually believe this is the solution, or is it because she wants it to happen?
Warhead.
Good boy.
Oh God, you're being manipulated
God.
and you don't even know.
You don't honestly think you've been fooling everyone, do you? I know. The old man knows. Hell, the whole ship knows about you and the chief. It stops now.
The relationship.
So that Chief and I are just friends.
Back when the ship was being decommissioned, we let you two get away with it. Hell, we let everyone get away with murder, but that was then and this is now.
I demand the immediate resignation of Laura Rosalind and her ministers.
Come on, we just
Second.
built this new government.
And free and open elections to choose a new leadership. And a new government that represents all of the people. I am Tom Zarek. And this is the first day of the new era.
He's a criminal and a terrorist. People aren't going to give him credence.
Don't be so sure, Commander.
Don't be so sure.
Rebellions are contagious. People are already rioting over the water crisis.
You get a clear shot at Zarek, you take it. And I want to control that ship immediately. And I want all the hostages alive.
Yes, sir.
I don't even know how I drew this detail.
Don't escalate this.
President thought you'd be valuable.
I hope Zarek is doing this in good faith and he isn't just kind of
Did you vote for her?
She was sworn in under the
Power
The answer
hungry.
is no one voted for her. No one.
We need rules. We need a leader.
We need to be free men and women. If we're not free, then we're no different than Cylons.
self-governance is the difference.
God of the hunt. And also God of healing. Have you picked a side, Apollo?
Oh my God. Oh my God. All this ties together so well.
This is the Battlestar Galactica.
There's still time to work this out.
Have the president step down and call for elections.
That's not going to happen.
Then I look forward to meeting your men.
Don't let it come to this.
Hey,
Careful. This dude needs to be careful.
What are you doing?
This ain't the mission, dude.
You don't want elections. You don't want your freedom. You want a bloodbath.
Don't let it be that. Come on, Zarek.
Alpha 1, we're in.
It's much more interesting if that's actually not what it is.
Once Rosalind uses Adama's soldiers to massacre the people on the ship, prisoners and hostages alike. People in the fleet will never, never forgive them. The entire government will collapse.
So he doesn't want a democracy. He wants anarchy. I don't have time for that shit.
It's all about Tom Zarek and his personal death wish.
Boo.
Tom, something's up.
Come on, Zarek.
It's Mason. What the hell?
They're killing the hostages. Let's go.
Wait.
Hey, what are you doing?
my ear off. Open the door. She's been shot.
You said they weren't animals. What do you call this?
You did this. You put him in a cage. You made him a monster.
Hey, careful.
at me!
You're gonna tell your men to help us get that water off the moon. They're gonna work for their points, and they're gonna earn their freedom, and then you're gonna get your elections.
Okay. Okay. Compromise.
What?
I think we could
You're right,
have
Tom.
started with that.
Or you can have this bullet.
Oh, what a line.
Your call.
What a line.
What are you doing, Lee? What are you doing? Come on.
It's your choice. You reap what you sow.
Hey, putting the decision back to him
All right.
is the move.
All right.
Kara, don't. Kara, don't.
Ceasefire! Ceasefire!
Please. Good God.
All teams hold positions.
It's unacceptable.
It's done.
It's
Prisoners
done.
have full control of the Astral Queen. The articles say there's an election in 7 months. Now, if you're telling me we're throwing out the law, then I'm not a captain, you're not a commander, and you are not the president. And I don't owe either of you a damned explanation for anything.
Lee, what the fuck? Yes.
He's your son.
Yes, he
advice.
is. Yes, he is. He's both. Oh, yeah?
I have my flaws too.
Yeah.
The difference is my flaws are personal, yours are professional.
I hope you understand. I wasn't being disloyal.
I hope she gets
I
reelected.
understand. You're upholding the law. I admire it.
I knew she would.
I believe.
I have cancer. I found out the morning of the attack.
Are you going to go up for reelection?
Whether or not I survive this illness, it is of great importance.
Didn't they say it was
to me
terminal?
That there's a future for the people. And I fear that
I mean, maybe you have like
knowledge
5
of
years. I
illness
don't
will
know.
erode
Good enough for another term.
So this has to stay between you and me.
This was excellent. Oh my God. The writing in the show is incredible. And so nuanced, which you have to be in these situations. I understand the tendency to see things in a little bit more of a black and white way, but I think leading with compassion and with the thought of freedom as your driving goal is usually going to end you up in the best case scenario. And I love that Zarek was so strong in his convictions, willing to die for them. And I know some people cannot comprehend that violence would lead to good things. But as I said in the episode, violent uprisings have produced good change in the world. And you cannot deny that. I think that is a factual statement. And I think villainizing the oppressed because they have the only tactic they have is to resort to violence is where you get into an issue with your own morality. It's really hard. I think it's a really easy thing to say violence is never the answer. That is coming from someone who has never been oppressed or haven't understand that they have been oppressed. And I don't think violence is the only answer, but sometimes it is an answer. And I think what Zarek did was really smart. And I think Lee pushed him right to the precipice. And if Zarek had made the choice, which is what his intention was, like we saw what the nature of it could have led him to with wanting the government to crumble completely because he wanted the outcome to be this all-out war and the people to never trust the government again and for the government to crumble. I think that would have been too far. It obviously would have been too far. Anarchy for anarchy's sake is nothing. It gets you nothing. And I really love that he had such a voice for those people, because people are really judgmental about people that are imprisoned. They kind of go into this one category of bad. And it's so much more nuanced than that. And like the idea of prisons itself is like a complicated thing. And finding the right answer to that, like this is a little bit of a different scenario with a space thing where they can have their own ship that is reliant on others, so they can't just go rogue or use their ship as a weapon. I mean, they could, but it would be detrimental to themselves. So I think it's kind of like the best case scenario in this circumstance. I don't know what you do in a planetary sense, though. That would be the right thing. But I think this idea of offering up these points is a lot, and offering these people a second chance. I mean, Zarek saying, oh, you think that freedom should be earned. I think that was a gotcha moment. But once you have committed such a crime, I think there is a penalty to be paid there. And especially if you are a danger to society, I think there is like a freedom that you lose there. But you know, this whole thing was about freedom, and also like who decides that, and like the sides of it all. I think it was really masterfully done in the way that you could see Lee struggling with this idea of picking a side, because Apollo, the Greek character, is either the healer or he's this like great god of stature, and like those ideas being opposing, but they actually help each other, and towing that line in between both is the best way to go about this, and not othering yourself from either side. He's not on President Roslin's side or his father's side. He's on both of their sides. I'm not on the side of the government. I am not on the side of those prisoners. I'm on both of their sides. We should all be on everyone's side. And I think a lesser show would have made Zarek a villain, because that would have been an easier answer. But what he was asking for is truly what was needed. There has been a lot of turmoil and upheaval, and like, I mean, look what just happened with the Cylons. I could see them being like, we've got so many issues right now, and election is not even kind of something that we can handle right now. But the fact that one is due in 7 months is, you know, that should be respected, and something that still happens, because that's how democracy works, and that shouldn't die just because we're on the run. I mean, if we're still trying to have our self-governance, and I do believe in self-governance, then you have to have free and fair elections. And as much as I love President Roslin, she is going to have to win that vote. The voice of the people is always the most important thing in a democracy. Obviously, that's the whole thing. So, I mean, hopefully people know what a good job she's doing and is capable of doing. Hopefully, if her health keeps up, she will win that re-election. But they've got to get a lot of things sorted first, because they'll start blaming her if they don't. So the water thing is kind of the one priority that you have to have. That's why the Zarek and the prisoners were smart about doing it this way, because they knew where their shot was, and they took it, because they're like, you need us, so let's talk. And I think good things came out of that. They felt seen, and also have had some restrictions removed and also have this opportunity to work back into society. Like I said, these points, these freedom points seem very nebulous and kind of hard to believe from their point of view, but I hope that is something that they get in writing and establish for themselves and believe in, and is a better system for them to be in. So that's fantastic. It's fantastic. Lee being able to get that. He is the one that was in there and handled that really well, and then went back and held true to his word and made his promises be taken, and didn't back down when they kind of resisted it in the beginning, especially his father, because he knew he was coming from the right place, and it is the best move. So it's going to get done. I feel great. I feel so good about this episode. It's so ridiculous because it makes you feel better about humanity, and that this kind of thing, this kind of negotiation, this kind of respect can be obtained. Anything to feel a little hopeful these days is very nice. So, yeah, like these characters are so good. They're so special already. Like, I can't emphasize enough that we barely gotten into this show and it's already just so good. But the both sides thing was something that was really hit on in a lot of ways, because this is kind of a little bit of a microcosm of the Cylon and human situation, you know? The Cylons looked at themselves as these prisoners to humanity. You saw Six and the other guy on the rooftop watching Boomer and Hilo talking about what happened between the humans and the Cylons, and that at least he thought that the humans were the parental figure that needed to die in order for the children to prosper. And I think going forward, dealing with these new Cylons, you're gonna have to play both sides. You're gonna have to be compassionate to the Cylons, even though they destroyed so much of humanity. But if you want to survive, you're going to have to compromise with them if you want to both make it out of this. And I hope not only the humans can see that in the Cylons, but that the Cylons can see it in the humans. And that's kind of the whole thing. So this situation with the prison and the prisoners and the humans relates so much to the human Cylon issue, which is the whole show. So this one episode represents the whole show in a really important way. And I think that's how we're going to have to view the Cylon-human conflict going forward. So good. You had Kara and the Colonel kind of at odds with each other, but because Kara can see the flaws in herself, I think it made her a little bit more understanding to the Colonels. I also love that she didn't seem like impressed with Gaius anymore. Or, I mean, I don't even know if she ever was, but I think, they had a little moment last episode, but that doesn't seem to be leading anywhere, which I was worried about. So I'm happy about that. Gaius, oh God, I haven't even gotten to that. Oh my God. He may think, and it actually may be true, that this access to this nuclear weapon would give him a way to create this test. Or not test, a way to kill these Cylons, it was something with the ionization of their makeup that he could kind of like ruin. But that's exactly, it seems, what Six wants him to do. And it seems like it's happening again. The same thing that led him to let her in to start this whole thing. It seems like it's happening again because, at least in this scenario, he thinks it's his subconscious. He doesn't view her as this like other person anymore. So he thinks it's just himself wrestling with these ideas, but it does seem like Six is pushing him to this, not for the reasons he thinks, but for this ulterior motive of God only knows what they would do with those nuclear warheads. But that can't happen. That I need someone to start understanding how weird Gaius is about things. It seems like he's flying under the radar so much. It's like, who's going to notice something first? I don't know who it's going to be, but someone needs to recognize. And I don't know where it's going to come from. But that's definitely a concern. But, you know, with Hilo and that boomer just walking around Caprica and being, like, surveilled, what are they going to do with that? Like, what are they going to do with Hilo? There's so many questions I still have. But I love that this episode was still dealing with the water issue. Most of the water they found was salinated, and the fresh water that they do find is from like icebergs, and so they gotta melt it down, and that takes actual effort. And we didn't just, okay, we got water, now we're like, it's not just service to last episode, it's actually carrying over and how it trickles down and matters to so many different people in different ways. Like, you're not just miraculously going to fill your tanks with water. You've got to obtain it. And how do you do that? So I just think this was so good. Oh my God. I'm just rambling on. But it was fantastic. It really is. I can't emphasize enough, like, how good this is. But if you're watching me watch this, you already know that. So I'm telling you everything that you do already know. But it's just amazing. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back soon.